I'm in terrible.
Happy to finally get to meet you. He's seen a lot of things wash up on his miniature shore, but nothing as exciting as you.
Cofintra Bidwich and...
Figures it's impossible. As bad as the air might be, the goo is even worse.
Wife and
It must have been upstream only to get to this point in your histo-future. But which way are you going now? With the flow or against?
Cymru Soundsound.
It's crazy hard to flipper against the surf, but you can't save the world if you let it sweep you away.
A study of man.
Either way, it's a shame the surf has gotten so nasty.
And Finkeforte.
Thinks life is like trying to ride a wave. You need to pick the right one, but you don't really know which one that is until you're on top of it. Better to ride a wave than let the perfect one pass you by. Seems to him that there's always another wave coming along. Can't imagine how wonderful it's going to be to surf on gooless goo. The world is going to live. Can't thank you enough for fighting against the goo.
Must face with which...
Happy you ride alongside the myriad. They bring a real shine to everything they work with.
Muntawari.
Says they shine so bright, they glitter on the waves.
Muntawari.
But none of that's nearly as important as enjoying the day, right?
Tawari.
He never drank from this pond because of the disgusting things done there.
Leverson.
Even the fish stopped drinking here after the pollution made the surf mucked and the air blocked his gills.
Western Hannelore.
He figures the Tree of Life isn't drinking either. Or, well, that's not true. He said it does drink, as it has no other choice. It's a tree, but it's forced to drink poison.
Western Hannelore.
Claims the surf is poison now. Anything that drinks it becomes poison too, including the Tree of Life.
Wife and
Gil says he feels like a fish out of water because of this, but understands he needs to make a change.
Wife and
He wonders if you know a safe spot, somewhere the water is still clear and unblackened. He says he's ready to get his fingers fished for this.
Leverson.
He wants you to lead him to the edge of a place like that, where the surf is see-through, or at least, drinkable.
Must face with which...
Thanks you for being patient with him. Right between the eyes. The smart foe would leave. Flash the slash. Do you feel safer or more exposed in the dark? See that plastic scrap over there?
I don't know who, officer.
Gil clearly has his head above the surface now that his fish is in the water and asks you to find and free the Pee-wee Gargantua from the bandits now that you're on a roll, saving surfing creatures.
Tion Guardway Foodison.
Gil says he feels he owes you something, but understands you have no time to spill as the fate of the world is at stake.
Sion Midge.
But he's found lots of waste when exploring the land in search of clear surf.
Sion Midge.
He's happy to give you the bearings when you have time. He's sure you'll find something of value if you swim that way.
Mein Friende.
Says when the waters got so bad he didn't have any choice, but he waited too late to succeed. Without you, that is.
Beautiful.
Gil is always ready to help.
Kimmerligend of something.
Says you should take care. A solid fixer-upper over there. Wonder if anyone calls it home these days. You need to get the Optica controls in order to start it. Excellent. That's illuminating. You need to undo that Notomajig to set the Pee-wee Gargantua free. You undid the Notomajig. Run, Pee-wee Gargantua. You're free. Running out of daylight. Hot mess. You have all the bits you need.
Mashaku Hirsave.
Hopes you can figure out a way to find the hoof puff and take it out.
Intapadam Faurujuru.
Says you'll meet again. Go on, catch it. That's the final totem. A full understanding of the physical process that leads to different types of auroras requires true understanding of Ki. What you wouldn't give for a pond right now.
Lama, Harip. Numandipa.
Lubs ain't the easiest tongue, but at least Lobo's peppy and seems happy to see you.
Tipala Kurtuka.
You might remember her from the old days when she let you ride the wind in her gull blimp.
Dika.
She believes you were so righteous as a child and can still feel it, even from where she is standing.
Dika.
She can sense you're still catching up with your own story, or at least your part in it. And she wants you to know that friends can help you add context to that tale and find the meaning in it.
Zamakshuk.
He's grown, and so has his appetite. And now that he's emptied the land of oinks, he seems to prey on everything that breathes.
Think Kapatipa.
Lobo says memories are your personal history. You filter them not through who you were, but who you are now.
Kapsipalati.
She knows you're back to take on Lupa Lupin. That's your history colliding with your present to help you forge your future.
Tumalaka Gugu.
She's affected that even if that disaster knocked the air right out of you, you never let that stop you. you caught your breath and stood back up again.
Tu malaka Google.
It's important you don't let your history determine your course of action. She suggests you choose your own horizons.
Tu malaka Google.
Lobo's surprised by that. She herself would never forgive a wrongdoing like that.
Ha manamata kapo.
Lobo says the gull blimper had the wind knocked out, so she needs a new push gas can to get it back up in the sky.
Tu malaka pe Google.
There's a Frankendog from before the long gone still out there somewhere, and mechanines like that are motored with gas.
Hari patuk.
If you could find the Frankendog and lead it back to her, she'll be able to drain gas from its container and huff up the gull blimp.
Zwaleke pampa Google.
She says you can ride the sky in a gull blimp and promises to let you use it if you help her out. The tribes need someone to unite them. Got to be frank with you, a building like this doesn't come across as a doghouse, but it is. This is turning out to be quite an expedition. You need to re-plug the cables so each match the sequence. Nice. That rearrangement should be enough to let enough electric current pass through the board. Move before it decides to have lunch.
Kadi. Walekabu. Alamakumf. Lama digo de Puerto.
With the push gas can in place, the gull blimper is ready to go all the way up. But it'll also need to come back down.
Sorry, Patuk.
She says that with fresh push gas, you'll need a heavier tie-down to anchor the gull blimper.
Lama dico, te puedo tocar.
Lobo says she spotted a vessel on the surf when riding the Sky last, and from the look of it, it had a heavy tie-down weighing it down.
Kuzume, lamati.
You should return as soon as you've retrieved the tie-down, as the gull blimp can't take off while this whole thing is up in the air.
Walekeku.
She's seen it used to moor floats to the bottom of the surf. It's a heavy piece of skronk attached to a chain. Turn the notes to raise the tie-down and stop it from falling. That's good. Now better head back to Lobo and get that weight off your shoulders.
Sifu kuman. Dukupa, kapete.
Now that the push gas and tie-down are in place, Lobo says the gull blimp can go both up and down. You're ready for takeoff. We are lonesome animals that spend all our life trying to be less lonesome. Stunk's fort is right here. Don't even have to look for it. Cricket. Close encounter. It's time to do what's right, for certain values of right.
Sem?
This one seems to be in good spirits, despite being left here for dead.
Sem?
Has heard that you have a sense of compassion and trusts it's in your nature to help those in need. Asks you to do the right.
Sarevanyat Saab?
Checking it out. That's hard to come by. It's not slippery. Someone took pride in making this. There's a serenity about this spot. It's a place for rest. You'd think a notice board like that must have had all sorts of travel schedules posted on it over the years. But that's all come to an end. Keep your eyes on the horizon. There should be an up in the station around here. This is where travellers used to get on ancient flap-flap machines and fly high above the dirty clouds. They called it an aerodrome, from what you'd be able to tell from old pamphlets found here. They sure did. The filth from them fell to the earth, so they eventually had to land in it with the rest of us. Look sharp and you'll probably find traces of travels here too. That's it! No surprise that travellers wound their way through here. Air travel used to be the fastest way to get around. Maybe too fast. You miss a lot of the world when you're buzzing over it. Not these ones. Not anymore. Flying that fast is terribly tricky, though. If you got one of them to work, you'd probably crash it. You might not be able to fly out of here, but you can still follow more of those traces all over the world. Go on, catch it. Hey, nice shot. Every day is a new chance to fulfill your destiny.